What's going on, guys? You got Quasi here for Quasi Media Network, Quasi Animation Studio. What I want to show you is how to get this in this character's hands. So I'm just going to pose the character. I'm just going to find just a quick pose, nothing specific. This particular character is a DAZ model. So what I'm going to do isn't necessarily exactly something you're going to get just by default, okay? But what I want to show, matter of fact, I'm not even going to do that. So what I want to show is how to get this into the character's hand. Now, my thing is depending on what it is. So if you're using an armature or whatnot, this is all the same thing. So I selected this, and then we're going to go selection the cursor, which is two, right? So the cursor to select it. So now the cursor is there. What I want to do is grab. Now let's say if it has a bone on it, I tend to put it at 180 degrees to the to the positive, because remember, this is the positive, this is the negative. Okay. So and then over here on the bone, just I don't go into the bone, I go to the actual armature. And so I'm using the actual object constraint, and I'm going to make it a child of that hand. So we're going to select the armature, and then we're going to type in that hand. So it's an IK presently. So I'm going to go to the IK hand, and it's the right hand. See where it went, right? So it's gone to the location I needed to go without a lot of problems. But you can now set it where you need it to be. Okay, so I know I needed to be further back, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go. Let's get it in order. I'll get it there. I'll get it there. Press one. Okay, I may have to bring it down a little bit too. Okay, so yeah, all right, that's good. Okay, yeah, I like that. All right, so now it is now officially attached to that hand. So when I get ready to do the next thing, when I go to move it, it works just fine. Now, if I go and pose him in any particular type of pose or whatnot, and I want him to do something, I'll just bring in something real fast. So I'll go and import an animation, and we'll use that. So let's go to the rifle pack, and I'll use rifle idle 2. Okay, that's where I want it to be. So now I'm going to auto rig and actually put this in. Oh, that's not the armor. That's the wrong one. All right. And then I go apply. Build bone list, right? Okay. So then now I want to import my own. I have the rigging already. You can just go ahead through it and map it yourself. It's simple. Don't overthink the process. You're just matching bone for bone. And then tell it to do this. Okay. So I'm put the bone in the front by going to the data properties for that. All right. And then hitting copy selected bones. You can do this with Rococo as well. So don't, like I said, don't overthink the process. Okay, it's not difficult at all. All right, so hold on, I'm gonna cancel this real quick because I want this, I don't want it to do that. All right, and I'll just set it and go ahead and hit retarget. All right, it did not retarget because it did it as, it did this model as FK and not IK. So that means that the thing is going to change, but don't worry about that because we have a plan. So we're switching this over to FK. Now you're gonna say that changed, that moved. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like I said, we're gonna switch it. It will work. Okay. So just get ready for that. So now, anytime, depending on the bone that it's set up to, you can make it go to that bone. Okay. So um, here it says IK. So let's go FK right, and now it's where it needs to be. Okay. So now I'm going to remove this or delete that. And then we can look at it and see how it's set. So I can tell that the hands somehow got jacked. Don't know how they got jacked, but they did. Okay. So I want to correct them. Turn that off. Do this, this, and that. All right. So I have no clue why they're so jacked up, but I'm going to just get rid of the rotation on them. So yeah, they're really jacked, and I don't know why. Okay. But don't worry about that because we can remove those hands. So what I'll do is I'm going to select my uh, animation offset. They have this, you can go find it on Blender extensions. So it exists for 5.0 and 4.5. So just go get the Blender extension, go to Blender extensions, go to animation offset, and you'll find it. Okay. So I'm going to go to my pose library and go to my hands. I'm going to just select the hand and make sure that's there. Okay, so in that, since this is selected, I can now pose this where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to go to this pose, even though that's so weird that it's doing that. So I'm just going to delete that, put it in, and then pose it like I need it to be posed. Apparently, don't wouldn't pose. That is weird. What is happening right now? Why is it not posing my hand? What the hell? What is going on? What in the world? Is it locked or something? No. Is it the Euler? No, that's not it either. What is going on here? Well, anyway, I'll just set it myself. Sorry for that slowdown of the video. Apologize because it's good for you guys to see problems, and I always like to be able to show people the issues that may possibly occur. Okay. All right. Since this is an FK, I want it to be an IK, but I can switch that over. But I'm going to make sure that this sits where it needs to sit. So I'm going to get rid of this bottom part. Just don't want it. Okay. So this is going to turn into a whole thing because I want to be able to. You can go in and do that if you want, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so push this down so this is there and go from there. There you go. Let's get tight on that. All right, so then this wrist here, because of how the weapon's sitting, I'm going to turn it towards him some, so now it's in the pocket. All right, and then this thumb goes out because it's going to hold there, right? Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's set. Now, as for these fingers, which are clearly jacked, we're going to fix those as well. All right. So weird how this is jacked up. I don't know why my pose library is not working. It's the same pose library. Like it's still the same rig. Like I totally don't know why it's not working, but it could be a 5.0. No, because I just used it on another model. So yeah, I don't know if it's this particular one or what. All right. So I'm going to select all of these, and then what I'll do is delete this again. Hit I. Oh snap. Let's delete it again. Hit I. And now I'm going to pose it because, oh snap, there's still one there. Okay. Because my thing is it should allow me to, it's not even, I'm saying it's not working at all. That is so odd to me. Okay, so let's get it in order. Keep the thumb out. Let me see here. All right. All right, let's see. Pull it in. Same thing here. All right, there we go. And then this one, go down some, do the same thing. Oh, that's too far in. Okay, there we go. So now it's set, right? I'll turn that back off and we can turn off the overlay and see what everything looks like. I don't like these fingers, but I want them I'm turning it back on. I want them tighter than that. What is going on here? Okay. What I want to do is turn off. fingers. There we go. I just want the finger details. Okay. And then there we are. There we go. So now we're set. Turn this off and ta-da. And so now when we press play, everything moves together. Okay. There you have it. Hope they help somebody down below.